everyone, this is Kat here, and welcome to another Mary Sue video. However, this one is how not to make a Mary Sue. I have a lot of Mary Sues to get through, so let's get started. First, there's the copycat Mary Sue. This is typically the recolor, and it's usually one a lot of artists, including myself, used at first to start out. And these characters are typically just ripoffs. Nothing really special to say. The next one is the Fixer. The Fixer Mary Sue is one I didn't know existed, but it apparently is a character that goes into the canon of the story, or is just made to quote-unquote fix a mistake. Say your favorite character died in a story, and your OC saves that character, and they become BFFs forever or something. Or like, say you're in the what's it called? I think it's Death Note, yeah. You're in the Death Note canon story, and you save L from dying because you write Light's name in your own Shinigami Death Notebook. And you save him, and you become best friends, and you eat cake together. Why not? I don't know. But that's what that is. The next is the parody Mary Sue, and this is one I make quite often. The parody Mary Sue is essentially all the little bits and pieces of the stereotypical Mary Sue literally made into a character just because the author said, hey, I want to make this. And that's essentially my whole YouTube channel, spare a few videos here and there. The next Mary Sue is the God Mode Mary Sue, which I don't have to explain very much. It's just you are overpowered to all living shades of Jesus. So yeah, not much you can say about it. The next one is the Black Hole Mary Sue, which is essentially just the character who's in the universe doesn't have to obey by any of the universe's rules. Like, you could be, the canon of whatever fandom or whatever you're in could be like, say you're in the Avatar fandom and you make a character that has every type of banding there is, but they're not the Avatar. Which, of course, is impossible because there can only be one incarnation of the Avatar at a time. And as far as I'm concerned with the show, you can only master... Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. You can only master one element, spare maybe one that's related to your element, kind of with Katara and bloodbending, but that's a whole nother topic. Essentially, they can do whatever they want because reasons. The next one is the relationship Mary Sue, and this is typically just the shipping Sue. You essentially just make a character to ship with another character, and I don't actually think I've done this before, but I know a lot of people who start off making characters do this a lot. The next one is the Lemon Lime Mary Sue, which is essentially a Mary Sue with exactly 100% no personality, no traits, no backstory, no nothing really, and they're just there because you want to draw smexy people. I mean, that's what you want to do. I guess. Shoot, have fun. The next one is the sympathetic Mary Sue, and I am so guilty of making this Mary Sue because I have made a Mary Sue like this 60 times. So many artworks, so much edge. I am the edge queen, if you all want to know. God, I feel like I need to please after that. Oh well, I'm getting off topic. But the sympathetic Mary Sue is essentially, oh, my parents abused me and I listened to emo bands and I'm so edgy and emotions and blah. This is actually one of my more favorite Mary Sues to talk about because personally, I've always used depressive stories in my stories or in my characters, not because I wanted to be quote-unquote edgy or that I thought it was quote-unquote cool to have these things happen to people, but I thought it would add some depth to the character. Like, I felt like if I gave them a trait of being antisocial or something, that you could say, well, they had a bad life, so that's why. So I felt like it gave them depth to the character, and quite frankly, no offense to the emo culture and the gothic culture, but their clothes are so easy to draw. Like, my goodness. So, I mean, that was just my personal favorite to always look at. The last one, but certainly not the least, the anti-Sue. And this is when people try so hard not to make a Sue, they make one. Weird, right? But the anti-Sue is a character that is super ugly, overly rude, and is just useless and the weakest link. And I feel really bad because this is what a lot of creators do to their characters. Characters, oh my god, my southern is coming out. My characters, because they try so hard to where people won't see them as a Mary Sue, but in actuality they turn into Sues themselves. And so with that being said, I'm going to show you 10 steps on how not to make a Mary Sue this time. Unlike 90% of my videos. So don't you like the pretty font? So pretty. Okay. I just drew this little character. No, that's not what I actually look like. The hair's a little flay. I got kind of bored and I thought it would be a nice touch. So, nah, I don't draw on the computer a lot. That's a lie. Okay, first and foremost, be original. It's good to have references, it's good to have a favorite character and have some influences, but always try to be original. Try to think of your own ideas. Even if it looks similar to someone else's, make it your own. Give it that extra flair of you. The next is always think about the backstory. The backstory is probably my biggest pet peeve about a good character. Because if you have, like, you can't draw anatomy, or your clothes don't really look right, or some part of the art doesn't really make sense, but you have a backstory to it, that's what makes a character. When you write a story, you're not looking at the character, you're reading about them. So personally, design isn't the biggest part. It's more so what you do with the character. Who is your character? Not what do they look like. The next is pick a design with purpose. Now, as I said, even though it doesn't matter much what your character will look like, it matters about certain clothing choices and certain little quirks that they have. Really add a level of depth to them. Say your character got into a fight with their parent when they were just a 5-year-old and they cut their eye on a broken beer bottle when their parent threw it at their head, and now they have an eye patch to hide it or something to cover their eye. That shows that you are linking back to your backstory, and it adds more depth to the character's overall look as well. Step 4, and this only applies to if you're doing a supernatural OC, not the show. I might get shot for saying this, but I've never actually seen a lot of Supernatural, but I heard it's pretty good, so might start watching with my sister-in-law. Sorry if I sound kind of shaky, I'm really cold. But, what I mean by research the lore, this is really only if you're making like a creepy pasta or if you're making like a creepy supernaturally type character. And it's always good that if you're basing it off something, always research lore, or heck, create your own lore. It'd be even more creative to create your own little universe, not just a story, but a universe to work with it. The next is try not to use a base. Now, I know I'm guilty of making a lot of Mary Sue characters with bases. Now, and a lot of YouTubers have a boatload of problems with bases. They're not helpful when you make an enemy. They're this, they're that, me. I don't care. Bases aren't that bad to me, and here's why. They may be cheating you out of anatomy, but they can help you build confidence in your hair work, your eye work, your coloring, your shading, and it will help you give references when you actually start drawing, and it helps you develop your clothes drawing skill. And I know that's not exactly the biggest thing, but I feel that if a base can even remotely help someone build confidence, it's good. The next is make realistic flaws. Now, the thing with flaws is I've shown you in videos, and they may not have been as obvious, that I usually make flaws like clumsy or hot-headed. Those aren't really flaws unless they are detrimental to your character. Sorry. So, what I mean by that is that don't give them flaws that actually help them. Say, like this. Boy, new girl moves into town. New girl goes to new high school. Girl trips over, I don't know, a random science book. Only science book. They trip over a science book into a really hot guy. Really hot guy notices clumsy girl and remarks on how she's cute. Helps girl up. Girl eventually falls in love with boy. La 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 la. Boy falls in love with girl and babies. The end. See? The flaw helps them, and that's what flaws are supposed to do. They're supposed to make things harder and make your character really relatable to your audience. The next is do things with a purpose. Similar to number 3, you always want to have a purpose when you write something, when your character says something, when they do something. Never just do something. Well, I shouldn't say never. I should more say don't always do something just to do it. Because it is your character and you can have them have little quirks here and there. But a lot of what you do with them should be purposeful. And the next one is have fun with your character. I mean, again, it's your character. Always never make this a job. Make it something you love. Make it a passion. Make wanting to design a character something you really want to do. Make it fun. The next is always ask for advice. Now, with creating a character, I know from personal experience you're not going to pop one out of your brain and make it extremely perfect. Like everything is so very perfect. All the little details are filled in and rainbows and the heavens glow upon it and you can hear choirs of angels and stuff. It ain't gonna happen. Trust me, I've been doing this for a while. It's not gonna happen. But that's why you should always ask for critiques. Even my favorite characters in like animes have flaws. Don't want to get into them because I don't want to start any wars in the comment section. Because I will win. But always ask for critiques. And I mean, even if you don't want any, always take suggestions. Always listen to other people's opinions. Because the minute you stop accepting other people's opinions, you're kind of closing yourself off from improvement. And that's the final step. Always improve. I know a lot of people want to say, it's just my style. Well, I mean, my style of drawing, and I might need to do a video of this someday, but my style of drawing used to suck. Like, it was horrible. The proportions, man, the proportions. Not that I'm any better because I draw on the computer and a lot of people don't see me actually draw in real life. But I mean, like, maybe one picture did, but that's off topic. Never try to say, it's just my style, because your style can improve. Trust me, it's a lot more fun to improve on your style and go back and be like, girl, what was I doing? Trust me, it's really funny to look back at your old pictures and kind of laugh that, oh, I can't believe that was my style. But I mean, all in all, how not to make a Mary Sue. Be original, have fun with it, do things with a purpose, you know. And that's all I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, you've all seen YouTube videos before, you know what I'm going to say. But I hope you guys had fun watching this. I actually re-recorded this because the sound didn't work on my last one. So, hope you guys have a nice Veterans Day. Hope you guys have a nice day, night, evening, whatever. I don't really know. And if you got any suggestions, inbox me in Deviantart. If you got a character you want me to see, comment below. If you have like a Mary Sue idea, I'm probably going to be making another one pretty soon. I just don't know when. And I might actually be doing a character review. So tell me in the comments, do you guys want to see a character review or a Mary Sue video? Because really, I'm either or. It doesn't matter to me. But I just want to hear you guys' opinions. So I'll see you guys there, and bye.